Fiers, Femme, whatever you want to call me. Today I wanted to come and show you the stuff that I eat and what my mom and sister went to the grocery store to pick up. Stuff that has been helping me get better. So we got sweet potatoes, like I've been telling y'all, that I eat all the time. Squash, shiny potatoes. I don't know what I'm gonna make with this. We got zucchini, celery, which is really good for your immunity. We got cucumbers. We got avocados. I love avocados. When we could get some, because sometimes they're not really good. We got purple cabbage. And I'm going to be showing you guys some of my recipes of what I eat in a day. And I'm going to merge it in with the spoon. We have lemon, because it's good to drink lemon water in the morning. Really good for your stomach. I have regular cabbage. I like mixing it with the purple. Got some peppers. What they call these again?
They call them Scotch Bonnet.
Scotch Bonnet peppers. Really like chicken cubes. I like putting them on. Pineapple. We got cantaloupe. Cinnamon sticks are good to drink on like cinnamon tea, stuff like that. Oh, of course we got some ginger. You could do ginger water, ginger tea. You can mix this with the cinnamon sticks. Ginger shots. Mommy got some what's these called? Tangerines. No, they're not. They mandarins. Mandarins. This is the only spaghetti that I eat right now because the ones you buy in the box, they have wheat in it, and wheat is not good for my stomach right now. So when she goes to the farmers market, which is like probably once a month, I'm able to get this as a treat. So can we eat this? And she got herself some guava jelly. Guava jelly. And she's upstairs. And then we got hibiscus. I like making hibiscus tea. I made some this morning and I mixed lavender in it. And my mom makes sorrel with it. A sorrel drink. Kale, I usually like the bushes better, but I guess we'll try to eat this guy. The bush is better to get outside of the bag just because it lasts longer. The spinach. I eat spinach for breakfast. You can make like soups with the spinach. You can use it on your sandwiches. You can do a lot of stuff with spinach. Red onions, they make everything taste better. I like red onions. I also like yellow onions and sweet onions, but we got red onions today. Some honey to flavor like our smoothies, tea, face stuff, or skin stuff I should say. Elements with cider vinegar, which is good to make dressings with, and also like to drink, but I don't drink anymore. But you could put it in your tea and drink it warm, and it helps your stomach. And this is one of my favorite drinks, pomegranate tart cherry. It tastes so good, and they come in these bottles that you can recycle and use for different things. My mom got this one. I never tasted this one, the carrot ginger turmeric. Oh, we got sunflower oil to do like our infusion. She was saying like she's learning to make stuff for like her feet, to rub her feet in and like rub on her hands, and you know, for pain medicines and things like that. And you could also use it to saute, fry, and grill. So I'm gonna try. Got lemon juice. I love lemon juice. To use it for a lot of things, of course. We got olive oil. I don't use olive oil to cook on high heat, but I use olive oil for like salads and like my infusions and different things like that. Some okra, some carrots, some salmon. I put the salmon. Mommy put the salmon. We got this watermelon. It has seeds, so that's the best kind. So she's gonna chop it up for us. That's heavy. Oh my god! And I got some jasmine rice. So I just wanted to come on here real fast and show you guys, because we want to put the stuff in the fridge so that they don't sweat too much. But I wanted to show you what I normally eat, because people was asking me, oh, what do you eat? What do you eat? What do you eat? This is what I eat most of the time, just pure veggies. And for like a treat, I'm going to make salmon. Oh, Lentils is a staple. This is what helped me get better. I was eating lentil soup, lentil everything, all kind of lentils. Green lentils, and we got brown lentils, red lentils. So I'm gonna be showing you in the next slide what I eat in a day, and you can get some recipes from the stuff I eat in that day, and then I'll continue to make those videos once I have groceries on hand. Bye. See you in the next slide. The next part of the video, this is where I'm going to be showing you what I eat in a day. Today is Sunday, August 21st, 2022. I am going to be starting off with some tea that I make. I always drink tea every day. Well, recently I started drinking my tea in my, let's see, I think it was the 5th month of my TSW. So I got me this kettle from Amazon. I'll link it in the description below. This morning I'm gonna have some lemon water just to, clean my system. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm having for my, I could say pre-breakfast, if that's a thing, like something I eat before I eat like a heavy breakfast meal. So let's get into it. Okay, so I took my kettle that I got from, I hope this is not too loud, that I got from Amazon. I'm going to be linking it in the description down below. Really love this kettle. So what I'm going to be doing is putting the green tea into the diffuser here. So we have 2 parts. You can always wash this out so you can make different types of teas and stuff like that. And I have my jar that I reused from when I had pickles. I put my green tea, loose green tea in it. You can buy loose green tea from Farmers Market, the grocery store I assume, or Amazon. I got mine from Farmers Market. I'm going to be putting 2 tablespoons in, and then I'm going to add my bay leaves. Now I'm going to add the water to it. I'm going to put this on the stove until it starts to boil. Now I'm going to pour my tea, and I'm going to pour some tea for my mom. Remember, this is green tea mixed with bay leaves, and it's so good for your stomach, especially when you just wake up in the morning. But before I drink my tea, because it's still hot, I'm going to prepare some lemon water. So let's check that out. The next thing I'm going to prepare is my lemon. I'm going to cut it up. I'm gonna put together just a little fruit bowl from, well, I wouldn't call it a fruit bowl, but some watermelon and cantaloupe that my mother cut up. She cut them up yesterday. We got a whole big watermelon, as y'all saw in the intro, and she cut it up last night. So I'm gonna get some watermelon. And I find that sometimes when you make your food look pretty, you wanna eat it more. And this is cantaloupe. So I'll just have this and the watermelon and my lemon juice. So here's how it looks. So yummy. My mama's putting a mandarin, so I'm gonna get some pieces and put it on there. Fruits and lemon water this morning. I believe this helps your stomach, like, in the morning to just break down your breakfast, and breakfast means breaking your fast from the night before. So this is gonna help me break my fast. And it's good to eat your fruits on an empty stomach before you get into like heavier foods. I like eating fruits in the morning because it helps me. I feel full when I eat fruits, and it helps me feel full, but not like, you know, sometimes when you eat certain things, you start to feel a little heavy in your stomach, and I don't get that when I eat fruits. And when I drink my lemon water, it helps my stomach, like a good refresher. I'm gonna put the benefits of lemon juice on the screen and everything that I make on the screen. It's a lot to remember, so yeah. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you enjoy this video. This recipe, which is gonna be my breakfast, all you need is spinach. You gotta wash your produce and dice your peppers and onions like you see me do in the last seed. And then we're gonna go ahead and start on the stove. Oh, and you also need grapeseed oil or your oil of your choosing, or butter or whatever, but I use grapeseed oil. So I just put my frying pan on medium heat. Then I take my grapeseed oil, get this one from Farmers Market. Put it in. Let's add the onions and stuff. I know some people like waiting until the oil is kind of hot. I just put mine in anyway. Put it in while it's warming up. And this is when I'm gonna add my seasonings as well. We're gonna add a chicken cube, a whole one. We're gonna crush that up in there. Sprinkle it all over the onions and peppers. Then we're going to add Cajun seasoning, 1 teaspoon. Then we're gonna add our garlic, 1 teaspoon. Then we're gonna add our chili powder, a 1/2 teaspoon. And then we're gonna add our Indian masala pickle, that's 1/4 teaspoon. And then we're gonna add some ginger, a 1/2 teaspoon. And a little bit of black pepper, 1 teaspoon. From here, we're gonna mix it up and keep it on the fire. You know, make sure you coat all the peppers, all the onions, get it all over, and just like heat it up in the pan before we add our water. Now I always keep water on the side that I boil in the morning, so we're gonna add that to our food because we're making like a sauce, a gravy, whatever you want to call it. And then we're gonna mix that up. Just get it all around before we add our spinach into this mixture. And we're gonna leave it on the stove for about 3 minutes and just let that warm up and settle in, because what we're gonna do is soak our spinach in this, guys. You won't even need to you know, season up your spinach because all the seasoning is already in the sauce, the gravy. Okay, so now we're gonna add our spinach. And what I like to do is add the spinach in increments, meaning like I don't put all the spinach into the pan at one time. So we're gonna put the spinach in and we're gonna fold it into the, we're gonna fold it into the sauce. So I'm just using that spatula and a little spoon. I know my mother hates when I cook with that little spoon, but for me it's easy for me. I have really tiny hands, so I just kind of use that and the spatula to flip it in slowly and let it get saturated by the sauce that we just made. After we mix it all together, I just leave it on the stove for like an extra 3 to 4 minutes, just so that all the juices could get soaked into that spinach. And now we're gonna dress our plate. So we're gonna have 3 toasted slices of bread between both of us, me and my mom. So what I'm putting on the bread first is some hummus. I love hummus. I usually buy my hummus from Publix. I'm gonna insert a picture somewhere on this screen so you guys can see the one I usually buy. But I decided to make my own this time with my Ninja bullets and some chickpeas. I'll probably show that recipe one day. Now what I do first is I put some avocado on our breads, and then I add the spinach mixture that we just made. Green is good. And then I add some cucumbers, and my mother loves mustard, so I added mustard to her, sliced it, and this is our meal, guys. So good. I like my bread to be a little bit more toasted, like this one. You get the picture. Very, very good. Okay guys, so I'm about to make us some lunch, me and my mom. So we got some cabbage, red cabbage, we have some zucchini. We sliced it diagonally and then sliced them in half. My mom is my sous chef, so she did this. We got some yellow onion, and we have some celery. And then in this was from breakfast, I have some, you can't see, purple onions on the bottom and then yellow onions on the top. So onions are really good for you, so I always put that in my food, and then I'm going to season it up. So we're gonna head over to the frying pan that I'll be using. Well, I don't know if you consider this a frying pan. This is the size of it. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that. And then I have my water that I boiled earlier right here. And so we're about to get into the cooking. So make sure you have everything, your produce cut up and things like that, and then I'll be showing you the spices that I'll use throughout the video while I'm cooking. If you want on high heat, it's better for you than olive oil when you're cooking on the stove, basically. Olive oil is more of like a topping that you can add at the end. So from here, I'm gonna start adding in my onions and stuff. I know some people like to wait, like I was saying, so I'm gonna put the light on. But I'm going to add some garlic. So we're adding the garlic here. We got some onions. Then I'm adding more onions. We eat a lot of onions in this family. And then I am adding some celery. And this is a half of chicken cube. And we got some vegetable bouillon. My mom bought this, so she wanted me to try it. We got some Indian masala, pani puri. We got some black pepper. We got some basil ground. We got some mango powder. Sorry for smacking. And then we're just gonna mix this up. You know, I like coating. Make sure you coat your onions and your celery and whatever you put in the pot, because you could add peppers and different things to this as well. I just decided not to do all of that today. We have flaxseed oil. I like putting that in sometimes. This right here is allspice ground. And this is some, I believe that was cayenne pepper. And we're gonna add some water. We're gonna mix that around. We're gonna add our zucchini to the pot. And then we're gonna finally add the cabbage. And when you put the cabbage in, we're gonna do the same thing we did with the spinach, which is like flip and mix, so that it could get saturated by the water. And I felt like it wasn't enough, so I put a little bit more water. And we're gonna mix and flip it, mix and flip it, mix and flip it. And we just wanna make sure that water gets all over the cabbage and the zucchini, that it gets the, you know, the taste of it. Because one thing I do not like is bland food, which is why you see me putting in so much seasoning, but that's because of my heritage. But it definitely tastes really, really, really good. I'm not sure how long it takes to cook, so I'm just gonna put 15 minutes on here, because I always just, you know, let it do its thing and come and check on it. So right now I have it covered with the see-through lid. While our cabbage still cooks, we're gonna go ahead and put this pot on for the spaghetti. We used some last night, so this is a fresh spaghetti, spinach spaghettini, it says. So we're gonna use these two, and then I'm going to add some pesto to it. So the water is gonna boil for about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back. So the cabbage is done. I think I left it for, I put the 15-minute timer on. Is this on? Yeah, I put the 15-minute timer on, and then it exceeded that a little bit, so I would say more like 20 minutes, and then check it and see how al dente you want it. I don't like my stuff too soft, so it still have like a little bit crunch. It don't have a lot of crunch, but it have a little bit of crunch to it. So that's how that's looking. I'm gonna zoom in on it in a second for you guys to see. Spaghetti, the fresh spaghetti. So with this, it don't take long to cook, so I just open it up and put it in there. And it's literally gonna take 4 to 5 minutes, okay? Not no longer than that, because then it's really gonna be mushy. So you just put that in there and let it do its thing. Okay, so now we're gonna put the spinach back on with that gravy we had earlier, because this is gonna come into play with our pesto spaghetti. So we just mix it up, and then we get the stove on, of course, and put it on medium and just re-warm up what you got left. I don't know about you, but I like making a good bit, so I'm just gonna re-warm this, and this will be like added to that, the flavor and taste of the spaghetti with the pesto. 5 minutes with this spaghetti. I'm gonna show you how soft it is right now. Ooh, I don't want to burn myself. But it's super soft. You can see it on here. So I'm going to take it off, and then we're going to add the pesto and then dress up our plate. Okay, so in this scene, I'm just adding the pesto. I bought the pesto from the Dekalb Farmers Market as well. I love fresh pesto. Pesto is basically basil, and then you add cheese or whatever you want to it and blend it up. I have made my own, but I just decided to pick it up this time because I didn't feel like doing all that extra work. Yummy. Look how it's covered all over. Looks so good. Guys, so I'm back. Don't worry about my sleeves, my arms started to hurt me. If you've been following me, you know about my TSW journey. I'm 6 months in now, but sometimes in the afternoon my body starts to change. But anyway, I'm about to taste my food. I got me a little pomegranate tart juice. So good. And now's the time to taste it. Let's see what it does. So let's pan the camera down a bit. It's really good, guys. I'm telling you, it's really good. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but toot. Like, I know my friend was just telling me that she's not a Cabbage girl, but it's all about how you season your food. So, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go enjoy my dinner, lunch and dinner together. And you guys have a good day, good night, good morning, whenever you're watching this. I'm gonna go enjoy my food and relax for the night because my body is starting to act weird. Later.